What took us over a year and just about 30 episodes is finally done. Welcome everybody to another video. We built Jurassic Park in Minecraft. If you guys want to see the series, be sure to check it out. I'll leave the playlist in the description. Yeah, we're going to get right into this tour, guys. Welcome to the finale. Okay, welcome everybody to the finale of JurassicCraft. You guys wanted a tour, so we're going to give you one. Obviously, it's been probably a little bit of time in between. It hasn't been too long since the finale came out by the time I'm recording this, and we are joined by a lot of thunder. That's interesting. In that case, what I'm gonna do just to help us out is turn the weather sounds off. I'm here with Roland, who's somebody we haven't seen in a really long time. Roland has been with us since the very first episode, and I thought it would be good if we went and made sure he was with us on the very last one. So hello, Roland. Morning sunrise is very pretty in the plains. You should observe it sometime. Okay. Anyways, okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started inside of the visitor center. Obviously, this is the first place everybody's going to go to when they go to the park. We have a big Brachiosaur, yeah, very big Brachiosaur just chilling here. In here we have our security office, which is where Roland usually stays as head of security. And then we have our flying machine up here, our little airship, our blimp. Very cool. And then heading off this way, we can also check out the newly renovated museum. As you can see, there's a little bit of stuff on the outside, but the newly renovated museum. Now there's a bunch of things that are in here that I've been working with, and yeah, I eventually kind of figured out the way I want to lay this out. And if you go ahead and look over here, you can see our first creature of the park, and that is the Stegosaurus right there. Hello, little Stegosaurus. How are you? We'll see it. We'll get a better look of them at them in a minute. Heading over here, we have the compies. Look at them. There's always so many of them. I actually something you guys may have noticed, I put a metal door in for the compies, just because the villagers were opening it up and letting compies run free, and we don't want to do that, so yeah, it's a good little thing. And there's the little compies running around, having a good time. And in here we have the Confuciusornis, which is almost never in its indoor area, it's almost always in the outdoor area, so we're just gonna come out over here, and there it is, just flying around, having a good time. Yeah, it almost is never inside, so it's always out there. And I don't really have any good spots for it to have viewing at. So yeah, okay. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and go down to the lab. This is where we spent a good amount of time of the series, down here in our lab. Obviously, you guys can see we have the analyzers and stuff. I actually still have a bunch of, I did have stuff in the sifter going, and it looks like we got 2 biofossils and 5 Dominican ambers from it. That's pretty cool. We have our bed right here for sleeping. We have where we get all of our, once we get our dino DNA, we put them in our little culture vat machines, and here that we have the little things here, so when they disperse water, if they fail, I don't have to worry about cleaning it up. In here we have our cow that we were using to get milk. We have our storage area. As you guys can see, we've accumulated a lot of cobblestone and stuff like that. I'm not going to spend too much time and like this behind the scenes stuff, but I want to show for people who may not have seen this before. And then of course we have our egg machine, which we get a lot of fried eggs from. And then of course in here we have cold storage, where we keep all of our dino DNA and our not dino DNA, which is right here. Anyways, moving on. Actually, one thing that you guys have never seen. Also, this is where the tour comes in, but we're going to do it at the end of the episode. One thing you guys have never seen is actually behind here. I have a secret garden back here where I was growing some food. So yeah, next up we can go to the loft level. Up at the loft level, you can see we have the Brachiosaur. You can view the skeleton a lot better. You can see into the security office a little bit. I always thought about putting a second floor in here and doing the control room from the first Jurassic Park, or doing a version of it, but I just never got around to it. Then of course at this window we have the Pteranodon and Plesiosaur skeletons as well, that you can kind of see a little bit better. And then of course over here we have the moving tour, which is obviously not going right now, but we are going to get to that in a little bit. So now we're going to go up to deck level, and up here This is where you can see the airship here, and you can also see this little thing right here. Go ahead and open these up and walk through. I know it's kind of a little bit janky, but this is the coconut penthouse. This is our finest suite, as we see some lightning strike out there. This is the finest suite in the entire park. It's got the enchantment table in it. I put a Brachiosaurus fossil in here. I think this just has some enchantment books. Obviously, we have really good armor, so we don't really need to worry about it, but still, you know, it's pretty cool. Oh, and it looks like it's starting to rain. Interesting. Okay, so now we can go ahead and head back down to ground level. We can go ahead and start walking around our park. So first way we're going to go, we're just going to take a quick look over this way. And we are going to see there's the Stegosaurus right there, the one we were just looking at. I don't know where the other one is. And we have a wraparound area. Oh, and the other one's just taking a nap right there. And you can see they even have a little shelter right there. That one just took damage for some reason, don't know why. And then the Confuciusornis, I should have put pathing up to here, but this is the outdoor area for Confuciusornis that I never ended up bringing pathing out to. But, you win some, you lose some in certain ways. Down here we have the garden where we get a lot of the produce for the herbivores and stuff like that. Over here we had the animals in here, like the cows, sheep, and pigs. I killed them all to reduce lag for this tour. And then all of the villagers are gone too. They're all gone too. In here is all of my stuff. I just emptied my inventory into here. We are going to grab this Dinopedia. But yeah, yeah, that's pretty much this. Down here was where we were doing a lot of our mining. Obviously more garden stuff here. We have the tour going around this way too. Tour goes in there. That's where you guys can see inside the lab. Up here, we will look really quick. Oh yeah, there was another mine way over there for like sandstone and stuff like that. We have our nether portal, and we have our quarry plus, which hasn't really operated in quite some time. We can throw... Oh, there's already fuel in there. It's just this went all the way to the bottom. As you can see, I've done this quite a few times. And actually, if we moved it over here, I already see some iron that we would be getting, but series is over. We don't need to worry about that anymore. By the way, I'm thinking about releasing this world for download. If you guys want this, like, obviously the mod pack's a little bit different than it used to be, but if you guys want the mod pack and the world to be up for download, I could totally do that. All you gotta do is leave a like on the video, hit subscribe if you haven't, and leave a comment if you guys think that's a good idea. Over here we have our Sarcosuchus, who is kind of phased through the fence right here. He's got a cool little swimming area, nice little guy. He chills out. Over here, we have our coconut husk huts. The husk huts is what I call them. These are little hotel areas. We have deluxe suites, and we have normal rooms. We have deluxe. What happened here? This one got damaged somehow. I wonder if it got struck by lightning or something. It might have gotten struck by lightning. Huh, interesting. Hey, you know what? It's not it's not one of my videos without something weird happening. Anyways, over here, we have the Plesiosaur viewing area. And actually, you know what? Let's come back to this in a minute. Oh yeah, we have Johnson as one of the names. Let's go ahead and sleep in one of the husk huts. We're going to sleep in the non-broken deluxe hut. So yeah, we just go ahead and sleep right in here. And then, there we go. Now, we're able to get probably a better view of our Plesiosaurus. Yep, and there we go right there. As you can see, it just destroyed a fish. Now we have two of them. We have one down there that's more of a yellow and a grayish one right there. They're very cool. They're very cool. They were one of the, I think they were the first aquatic. It was them or no, Nautilus was the first aquatic creature we got. But yeah, they're very cool. All right, so now that we've done the full loop around, and we'll get to what's over here in a second, we can go ahead and take a look at the map. You guys can see just how big that of a place that we've made. It goes quite far. As you can see, this is all we've covered so far, this little area, and we've still got this huge, massive area, and we still got quite a lot of stuff to go and look at. So it's pretty awesome. I can't wait to show you guys everything. And at the very end, we're going to take the tour. Over here, we have a big T-Rex fossil. This is something that I added off camera. You guys will probably see little decorations that I've added off camera. Like, I really tried to decorate this place up before I recorded the very last episode. We'll start over here. Actually, no, we'll start over here. This was the first paddock we built, but it's not the same dinosaurs that were in here. This was originally the Triceratops, but we have since moved the Triceratops into a much bigger enclosure and put the Pachyrhinosaurs in here, who look like they're just having a very swell time. They look like they're enjoying themselves, just chilling out. But yeah, that is them. Over here, we're gonna go this way first. So over here we have our Pachycephalosaur and Parasaur Valley. This was originally, I want to say this originally had Diplodocus in it. I want to say this is originally the Diplodocus area, and I think Pachycephalosaurs were always here, maybe? I can't really remember. But from what I remember, this was Diplodocus, I think, initially, and then Diplodocus moved twice. It moved to 2 separate different areas. But yeah, this is where we have our Parasaur. But moving on, we're gonna go, let's go over to here and take a look at our Allosaur. There she is. We have a, where's her name sign? It's over here somewhere. Alosha, that's her name. Yeah, it was Alosha. Where is she now? Alosha? Oh, is that her? Wait. Yeah, there she is, right there. You can kind of see her from a little bit of distance away. Moving on, we're gonna head over this way. Over here, this was initially the Ceratosaurs, but they got moved to a new area as well. But now these are the Ornitholestes, I think. And as you can see, most of them are just sleeping underneath their savanna tree. And I think I see, yeah, there's one awake that's just kind of pacing over here. You can see they're little guys. They honestly didn't even need this enclosure. I probably could have put them in one of the smaller enclosures. Like I probably could have moved Deinonychus over to here, but I would have had to have made it climb proof. And speaking of Deinonychus, let's go over there next. Oh, there's Alosha again. Get another view of her. Over here, the Deinonychus, these guys are most likely going to be sleeping almost the entire video, unless we come over here at nighttime, because they are completely nocturnal. So, yeah. Next up, we are going to head over to here and check out the Triceratops Valley. This is where we moved all of our Triceratops to. They absolutely love this valley. It's the most space they've had, and they just love it. And we're going to get an even better view over here. As you can see, well, actually, first we're going to look right here. Right here is our... Where is he? There he is. We're going to go around this way. There he is, the Dilophosaurus. I believe we did name him. Maybe we didn't. I thought we named him Dilly, but I don't remember. But yeah, here he is, all in his lonesome. And yeah, he's also got a really huge little... He's got a decent-sized forest as well. Okay, heading over here now, we have our viewing area for the Triceratops Valley. As you guys can see, if you've seen the episode where I built this, as you can see, it's been changed a little bit for just better viewing purposes for the Triceratops. But now, we're going to go ahead and head up to the viewing level. We're just going to get a sky-high view of the whole surrounding area. As you guys can see, you're even seeing some things that you may not have seen yet, whether you've watched the series or not, because there is something new that is just around the corner. And as you guys can see, this is a glass floor as well. So you can just look right down there and see all the Triceratops running around. You get a great view of them. You can see the other Deinonychus sleeping right there. This always presents a really great view. Alosha right there, she's looking right at us. And yeah, this is one of my favorite builds. Like, obviously it doesn't look the prettiest, but utility-wise, it's one of my favorite things that we've ever done. Yeah, I love it so much. Okay, moving on. We're gonna head this way now. And we're going to check out Rhonda, who is our Tyrannosaur. She is a big girl. I do not want to go in there because she will kill me within seconds. And then over here, we have our Spino, Jeff. Here he is. He's killing some fish right now. And over here, really quickly, we're going to double back. I know these aren't Oviraptors. They have a different name, but I called them Oviraptors, I think, in the last episode. I don't know if I cut that out or not. But I called these guys Oviraptors in the last episode, but I don't, if I remember correctly, they aren't. I always get this confused. Yeah, never mind. I know what they are. They're city patty. Yeah. I called them Oviraptors in the last episode. I don't know if that got cut out or not, but sorry guys. Anyways, heading over this way, as you can see, the two are going over that as well. Oh yes, and over here you can see Jeff and Rhonda. Now heading over to this, if we go ahead and click this, we will head all the way up to the viewing level, and we can get a nice little view of everything around us. You can see Dilly down there. He even has his own little viewing spot. But this is mainly for Rhonda and for Jeff. This was one of the... I forget who commented it. Shout out to you, whoever it was. But they left a comment saying that we should do the viewing log from Jurassic World for these two guys, and I thought that was just a really great idea. So we built a pretty cool little structure here, and it really paid off. So heading over this way now, we're going ahead and checking out the Ceratosauruses. These are their new enclosure. We have Cyrus, which is one of the males in here. And as you guys can see, there they all are. We have a couple different variants of them in here. And yeah, they love it in there. They have much more space than they did before. And they just run around and play together and just have a good time. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling pretty hungry. So why don't we head over to Jurassic Nom, a restaurant that I added right before this tour. As you guys can see, we have some options. We have nachos, popcorn, we have some drinks, we have burgers, salad. But there's a secret menu actually. Like a lot of other restaurants, there's a secret menu. If you head up to the VIP seating area, we can come up here and we can eat some beef stew and cod stew. We're gonna go ahead and grab one of each. I wanted to do like a Chilean sea bass, but like a Jurassic Park reference. But obviously, Farmer's Delight doesn't have Chilean sea bass, so I grabbed like the closest things, which is salmon, cod, and beef stew. As you guys can see, we have some VIPs over here. Some of you guys may recognize these guys from the Discord server who have been the best supporters of this series, so I thought how to show them some love was to give them VIP access. So if you guys go ahead and download this, I'm sure you guys are watching this video. If you download this map, you'll be able to have your own VIP seating. And obviously, here's my seat right here, and you know you get a decent view of the Triceratops. We're gonna go ahead and eat our beef stew. There we go. That was wonderful. Yum yum. All right. So heading on down. As you can see, there's just a lot to look at. We're gonna go ahead and grab a piece of popcorn as well. We're gonna go ahead and grab a popcorn bucket on our way out. The restaurant's fully stocked up for when you guys download the world too, so you guys will be perfectly chill. You'll have a good time. If you want to continue building on this park and send me screenshots, like if you guys want to somehow, like, I don't know, move stuff around and expand, and if you guys send me some screenshots, I'll definitely look at them. It would be pretty sweet. Oh, we even have a comfort. Interesting. Oh, because beef stew is comfort food. Haha, I get it. Over here, we have another viewing area of the Triceratops. Hello, guys. But let's go ahead. Can we get a view? Hold on. I want to check up here. It's not really too great of a view from here. We're probably going to have to go in there because, you know, it's just, oh, the Brachiosaur. It's bigger. It's bigger than the last time I've seen it. But okay, we're going to go ahead and head over this way. For right now, we have the Diplocaulus over here. Yep, there they are down there. They're just chilling right by their feeder. Over here, we have some guys that we're going to see on the other side when we loop back the other way. But over here, we're going to go over this way first, and then we're going to come back and probably go in there. But over here, we have our Ankylosaurus. They're chilling and having a big... They're huge now. They were not that big the last time I saw them. And you're supposed to be able to see the big sauropods behind them, like, as a really cool area, but sometimes they just don't want to do it. So we're going to go ahead and head inside. They don't have, like, the best viewing points of any, like, out of all the enclosures, they have probably the worst viewing points over here. So we're going to head inside of here. We have the Gallimimus, we have the Dinosaurs, we have two Diplodocus, and our Brachiosaurus, who's gotten quite huge, actually. Yeah, you're age 8. You're nowhere near fully sized, but fully grown. But yeah, they look great. Okay. So, heading out this way. I should have brought a better sleeping bag with me. I'm regretting that I didn't. Over here, we're just gonna get a little sneak peek, maybe, of who's in there. But we're gonna come back to that. We're gonna head all the way over here. There's the Ankylosaurus again. But we're gonna head all the way over here. We're gonna go ahead and enter our aviary. Now, this was the thing we built in the last episode. These are the Pteranodons. They are fully grown now, are pretty much fully grown, and they're just flying into the cage. There they are. And we even have this little dome area. It's like a slightly better way to see them. That one is sleeping. This one is trying to fly into the cage. You can fly over, you know. It's not... whatever. It'll do what it's going to do. And then over here, we have our Edaphosaurus. I don't know where... Don't know where she is. Oh, there she is. Okay, we can head over to the other viewing area, which is right here, and get a slightly better view of her, but she's just not... She's not in good view. Oh, well. I mean, if you guys want to see these guys in a better view, download the map if it ends up being up for download. Okay, so now over here, we can go ahead and actually, you know what? Let me make it daytime. Let me make it daytime. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, now that it's daytime, actually, you know what? Real quick, let's go back and look at the Edaphosaurus. It might be awake by now. Yep, she's awake and she's walking around. She's very tiny, very small. Still not giving us a great view. If it becomes a download, go ahead and download it. It'll be great. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and hit this elevator. And we're gonna get a view of Mo the Mosasaur. Let's just go ahead and get this other side down too. So yeah, this is the way to, this is kind of the janky way that I had to do this for the Mosasaur. But this is probably the build I'm the most proud of. I think I did an outstanding job with the Mosasaurus. And it's just such a beautiful view. It's just so pretty. I love it so much. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and head back up. And now we're going to head over this way. And we may be able to get a glimpse of them. Sarah and Tony, these are the Triceratops names. This is where they used to be. And they've obviously since moved. But yeah, over here is where we're going to get the viewing. And over here we have our Stegosaurus. There they are. There's one of them at least. I forget if they're male or female. I think they're both males. But there they are. There he is. I don't know where the other one's at, but... I know over here is a better viewing. They have quite a difference in terrain for their area, so it's kind of hard to see them both at the same time. Let's go ahead and check out Leo. Leo is our Pteranodon, and once again we have just another but much smaller version of what we did with the Mosasaur here too. And there's Leo right there. Hi Leo. He's just swimming around having a good time. I love these. I love what I did with these guys with the aquatic enclosures. I think they just... It was an outstanding job. I think I did. I think I knocked it out of the park there. I'm gonna head over this way now and check out. As you guys can see, there's a lot of tour going on above our heads. We're gonna get over to this way. We're gonna go ahead and head over to this way. I'm sorry if I jumbled that so bad. We're gonna go ahead and check out the Dimetrodon. So there's one of them. They have a really big cave area in there. Oh, they have eggs. I see it on the map. They have eggs in there. And there's the Dimetrodon. Look at that fin. That is huge. Yeah, you're eating. I want to go check their eggs out. Hold on. I want to go in here and look at their eggs. Go ahead and open this up. Hey, buddy. I just want to come in here and... Yep, there's your egg. Can we see it hatch? No, it's too cold. Aw, you didn't do a good job. You just didn't do a good job. Here, can I maybe... Can I push the egg? No? Alright, I picked your egg up, and I'll put it over here, so it'll hatch. You guys will have your baby. I don't think I'm going to allow you guys to have many more babies, but you can have the one. It's very cool. We got to see an egg laying. I've actually never seen one. I always usually miss the egg laying, so that's really cool. Anyways, we're going to head over here now, and we're going to go ahead into Prehistoric Aquarium. We're going to head in here. We have the Ichthyosaurus here. We have the coelacanth and nautilus in here. The nautilus, fun fact, used to be in the visitor center in an aquarium I built in there, but I decided to get rid of that aquarium to do a loft level. And another guy who used to be in the visitor center as well is the Henodus. Where are they at? Oh, they're up there on their rock. But yeah, the Henodus as well used to be in the visitor center. They had a pretty big aquarium, probably similar to this size, probably a little smaller. But they have also since been moved to this aquarium as well. And then we have these guys. I'm not Aquilumna, something like that. I forget exactly how to pronounce their names, but here they are, just swimming around in here as well. Heading out here, we got one more decent viewing of the Parasaur and Pachycephalosaurus. And then we're going to kind of double back over this way. And here's another good view of the Triceratops as well. But we're going to double back over here to take a look at the Protoceratops, which is right there. There they are. Well, there's one of them. They're really small. They're hard to see. They're really hard to see. But there's one. There you go. Little tiny Protoceratops just chilling out. And just to recap, the Diplodocus was also in here. So the Diplodocus, where it originally was, way over there, got moved to here. This is where the Dryosaurs and Gallimimus were as well. And then they eventually moved to that big paddock over there that we showed you earlier. So yeah, that is kind of everything on the inside of the park. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did. Nope. I think we got everybody. Yep, we got everybody. We got the city patties. We got the compies. Got the Stegosaurus. Got Confuciusornis. Okay. Wait. Huh? Did I see a dog? Oh, it's just a wolf. I was about to say, I don't remember taming a dog. Okay. I don't know. I'm weirded out right now. But anyways, let's go ahead and head over to the moving tour. We're going to go ahead and do that. So, hello, Roland. We're going to go ahead and run all the way along to the moving tour, which is up in the next level. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sleep first, and then we're going to head to the moving tour. Okay, it is now time to take the minecart tour. I turned game sound off during this video. I'm sure you guys may have noticed, just because I didn't want all these noises to kind of get in the way as I just bumped my mic arm. Hopefully that didn't make a noise. I'm sure it did, but whatever. Anyways, here we go. We are now taking the minecart tour. First stop is the Stegosaurus, which, oh, there they are, just walking around. Confuciusornis is below us right now. They're really hard to see on this tour, except for right here. Oh, I did see it. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I did. Okay, now we're going to head down into, yep, there's the lab right there. And now we're taking up the elevated part, where we go over the Sarcosuchus, who is swimming in the water now. That's good that we got another view of him in the water. And then the Plesiosaurs, which I didn't see them there. If you guys did, leave a comment down below. And now over here, we have these guys who have been kind of covered up by trees, but there's the Pachycephalosaurus. I did not see the Parasaurolophus there. And there we go, heading down to the gates of Jurassic Park. Here we go. First stop is the Pachyrhinosaurs. There they are, very happy looking. And we get another side view right here. Oh, hello. Where did all these minecarts come from? We're just going to go ahead and hop on this one and continue. That was weird. I didn't know those were there. Oh, hello, Alosha. What are you doing? And then, oh, yep, there's one hugging right there, too. Now the Ornitholestes, which are really hard to see on the tour. Oh, yep, there's one right there. Now we're going to continue up this way, up to where the Deinonychus are. I barely saw one of them sleeping. I just barely saw one of them. I don't know if you guys saw it. Yep, there they both are now. And there's Alosha, the Allosaurus. We see her now. And look at her in all her glory. It's way easier to see stuff when you're walking around, but this is such a nice area. And there's the Parasaur. There's the view of the inside of the aquarium. There's the Protoceratops. This moves faster than I remembered it. I must say, it does move faster than I remember. Here's the Dimetrodons. I think they're probably chilling inside, trying to nurture their baby that probably just hatched, honestly. And then over here we get another viewing of the Protoceratops. This is the only dinosaur that you're going to have a much easier time viewing on the tour. Yeah, it's night and day with those guys. You see them much easier on the tour. And I guess it just gives you an incentive to get better looks. And over here we are now taking a look at Leo, and then Mo's over here. Mo? Oh yeah, I see Mo poking his head out over there. Look at this landscape out here too. It's very nice. And over here is the Edaphosaurus. There it is, down there. And there's the Pteranodons. They're still flying into the cage still. I don't think they figured out that they can go around it. Oh, the Ankylosaurus had a baby. Look at that. And yeah, this is also another one that you get a much better view of on the tour as well. This was kind of made to be the tour incentive. And there's a Diplocaulus, which you're basically never going to see on this tour. There's a much better view of the Stegosaurus and the Triceratops. And now we get to see the top deck of the restaurant. And there's a better viewing of the Ceratosaurs and Rhonda, who is very hard to see on the tour as well because of the trees. And then Jeff, who is always sitting in that corner. Jeff likes to sit in that corner. And there are the Citipatties right there. And then another look over the Deinonychus, which are sleeping, obviously. Then we got the Ornitholestes, who are also way easier to see up from this angle. And then over here, oh, yep, Pachyrhinosaurs one more time. They're all behind that tree, it looks like. And then over here we have the Great Tornado Ruins, as you guys can see from when we got hit by that tornado. And then up here is where we finish it out. Going right underneath the railing to the penthouse. And there we go. And there goes the minecart. It's gonna go join those other minecarts down there. I guess the last thing we can do is go ahead and turn it to nighttime and take one more look at the Deinonychus. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, this is Jurassic Park at nighttime. It's lit up very nicely. It's very easy. I mean, everything's gonna probably start going to sleep one by one, except for the Deinonychus, who are going to be waking up. I think the Diplodocus is the one that does not go to sleep. It'll stay up overnight too. And yeah, here they are, the Deinonychus. They're up and walking around. These guys were the hardest thing to build for, I think, out of all of them, because they kept escaping over and over again. And yeah, there they are, just wandering around and having a good time. This was such an awesome series. It was so fun to build for all of them. I had such an amazing time. I really hope you guys did enjoy watching this series. And if you haven't, and you're just now watching this tour, be sure to go watch the play. I mean, even if you haven't, even if you haven't seen all of them, go ahead and push that minecart along. But even if you haven't seen all of them, or like, maybe you've seen most of them, you should still go ahead and keep watching the series. I mean, it's an awesome series. We had a really great time. And I don't know, I'm really proud of the work we've done here. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe even go watch back on the series. It was a really, really fun time. I think what we're gonna do is let's go and end things with Mo, my favorite creation out of all the ones in this park. We're gonna go and end it with Mo. So we are here with Mo at nighttime. It's kind of hard. I see the sturgeon right there, but I don't see Mo. Oh yeah, I see Mo barely behind me. Hold on. If I go like this, yeah, you can barely see Mo just chilling there. But anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this series. It was a really fun series. I had an awesome time building it, and I am sad to see it go, but it is time to move on. If you guys want to see a season 2 someday, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Maybe even join the Discord and we can talk about ideas for a season 2. I know there's been some conversations about a season 2, but I will say, if I do that season 2, it won't be for a little while. I'm not trying to to discourage people who love JurassicCraft. I'm just trying to experiment with things right now, because we have quite a few subscribers and not everybody's into the same thing. So we're trying to figure things out. But thank you guys so much for watching this series. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.